Now then, how is everyone, eh? Well, I've a little bit to tell you about this. One thing is, of course, when one or two of us have discussed it, but the number, I've missed the first numbers. And I've discovered that the first number is cubic inch, so it's 8 cubic inch, which apparently is 3 horsepower, so that's what we got. And the date I told you it's 69, I know that. Well, if you look at that number, they always used to use dates as serial numbers, but mixed up. So that could be the 22nd of July, couldn't it? Because, you know, you put the month before the day, so if they turn it round, you know, mix the middle two up, it could be 22nd of July 69. So we're finding out a little bit anyway. Also, if you can see some of this, not a lot, I've had a look at the diaphragm and it's not split. And I curled that back and I've had another little go at that corroded seat, so I think we stand a little bit of a chance. Also, in the tank, I won't show you now because I want to get on a bit, because it's coming cold. So what I'm going to do is to put this on, which goes like that of course, and put this back on the engine. I've changed the oil in the engine, had some of my good 2050 tractor oil left, you know, so I've changed the oil in it, and I've bought some fresh petrol. But what I didn't know, because obviously I didn't have the damn things work, did I? In the tank, that pipe there is in a separate compartment, and I hadn't filled that up with petrol, so it wants plenty of petrol in the tank and tip it up. To fill it up with petrol, that's the first thing. You know, it's a bit unusual, let's put it like that. I would have thought that these possibly did have starting problems. I don't know, there's plenty made. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, if we can beat the weather again, I'm going to just put this back together, put it on the engine, and we'll go out and give it a run, even if I have to pour petrol in all the time, you know, just get it warmed up. Because with it coming cold, as I say, I'll play it to show you in a bit what I'll do when I've finished all this. And we've got plenty to do inside, and I can explain better when we're doing it. Right, that's that on. I'll just double check it in a minute. And we've got the jet to put in. They're ever so simple, these carbs, but like I say, now I know how it works, you know, obviously. There wasn't any petrol there to start with. I mean, it didn't stand a chance. So we've got to put this in. All the jets are clear, we know that because I showed you the other day. And I think these pipes are fairly tight, they don't seem to be leaking or anything, so that's something, isn't it? But seems a bit difficult to prime these things. You seem to have to tip petrol in or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find out. Right, that goes in there. And it wants to be 1.5 turns out. I know that. So that's where it was. Half, 1, 1.5. It was there. So that's alright. I've also, by the way, just to show you quickly, I welded a smaller bolt on there, and I did just spin it with me cordless drill, because it ain't got 1/2 inch chuck, so I'll use my other one. So, you know, just a little bit, I've done that anyway, that's all I've done. Right, that's ready to go back on the tank now and put back on the engine, so I'll do that, and then oh, idiot. Right, I've left the spring out the, haven't I? Right, I'll do that again That's with the video, not to worry. I'll do that again and then we'll see what happens. Well, you can see it there. Let's give it a whiz round and see what happens. I filled the tank up and got a bit to put in the car if necessary. It'll probably give it a bit of a run. Let's see. And that goes round anyway. Right, with me. Yeah, I've got a screwdriver to stop it if need be. Every time, innit? Right, I've not fiddled that. I've not fiddled it, but it's not pumping any up, I don't think. That's off and that's on, we know that. So, what petrol I got inside there, it's sucked up and run on, but it's not pumped it up yet. Let's see if we can pump some more up. That's off. Right. We're getting there. Didn't fiddle that. Took me by surprise as well. Clamps come loose. Right. Not very hot yet. I want to, I'll give it another little run because I want to warm it up well. stones and mud stuff, but you know, do a bit of a run. Won't hurt it. The thing is, you see, we now know we've got an engine to go. But now I can start playing with it. Pull the choke out to stop it. There you are. Well, that's not too shabby, is it? Right, I'll let it cool down, and then and while it's doing that, just to finish off, I'll pack up. Then I've got to tip the petrol back in that can again. By the way, new petrol does make a difference, I know, but yeah, you saw that with your own eyes. It's a runner. Well, after that success, I'll tell you what we can do now. When it's obviously when it's cooled down, I've tipped the petrol out and left it a day to air a bit. I'm going to bring it in here, take the head off. Now Mark's found me some alley. I've got enough there to do plenty, haven't I? I'll make plenty of egg gaskets out of that. And I think it's 3/16, I'm not sure. Where's my measure? Let's just measure it. Being as how we're doing it, and I'll just show you what I'm thinking of doing. And I think it stands a little bit of a chance of working. Now, is that? It's at 0, yeah. Yeah. Right. 1/8 something. So it's big enough anyway. That's all that matters. It's big enough. So I've got that, and he also gave me a piece of that. I know it's got some stuff on it, but that is an 1/8, right? 125, right? So that's 1/8. That's 3/16. Now, so what I'm thinking of doing is making a spacer on the head, and I'll just turn that off. Turning my measure off, I'm only showing you. Right. He also found me, well, he found me to start with, he found a straw. And then he found me a piece of plastic, which he reckons will insulate it. So remember, it's not, you know, until I get the head off I don't know, but it's only, what, it's not 1/2 inch, is it? I wouldn't think. So, and that, just, oh dear, it's a welding rod. I'm upside down on this viewfinder, aren't I? That'll push in there, you see. So, that's why I need 1 or 2 done, because if I had some proper machinery, you know, an accurate drill, I might be able to do it. But what I want to do is drill a hole in there, like that, above the camera, there. Right, let's turn around so you can see it. And you'll get, there we are, you can let me see now. Right, if I can drill a hole that's thick enough, and do that more or less straight. I've only got to go in about that much. And if it insulates it, put a piece of wire through, you see, like that. As I say, it's a welding rod, but if you just grind it a bit and smooth it, I've got belt sand to fetch the flux off, obviously. and we can we've then got an electrode in the cylinder and stick it out a bit, and if I think that'll be enough, probably enough gap actually. So there's only two problems. One, to stop it shorting out, and I'm pretty sure this plastic will. He thinks so as well. So that's not too bad a deal, is it? And then I thought, well, it needs a gap round it. So if I just stop, push it through like that, turn it sideways so you can see, and then drill a hole around the end, it'll of course spark round the end, won't it? And that, I think that stands a chance of working, you know. So anyway, as I say, I've got to bring it in, take the head off. I will just give the valves a rub while I'm at it, just take them out and probably give them a rub, you know. But you see how it started. Honestly, that's genuine. I'm amazed at that. I know we had a quick run the other day, but all the same, and that's not bad. That's giving me some encouragement. So one way or another we can do it. And like I say, we're dropping the compression 3/16, so I think it'll have enough to go. So what I've got to do is, first of all, cut a piece of this out, like a head gasket, and what I'm going to do is put some, I'm going to make some cardboard head gaskets, you know, because it's only got to run a few seconds if it does. So the first job is take the head off, look at the valves, make my spacer and put it back on and see if it starts with a lower compression. And if it does, well, we're probably nearly home and dry. As I said, the worst problem is got to be drilling straight enough where I don't come out the side, you know. But I should be, we're not going far, blooming heck, it's, what's that gasket thickness, 1/2 inch? I mean, I can do that with eye. Yeah, I'm sure I can. And then of course we'll have this can stick out this side a bit, and then I can join it to the plug lead, you see. So, I don't know what you think, but if I can manage to do that, and if it starts, you know, that's going to work, isn't it? The carburettor side of the job is a totally different ballgame, you know, and I've got ideas for that, but that comes later. I mean, I'll be happy enough if I can get it so it's running and take the plug lead off, you know, because the other thing is, before I would like to have a dead plug lead, you know, and see if it starts on this, if it runs on this. There's lots of ifs and buts, but that's the general plan. So anyway, as usual, that's plenty long enough, isn't it? But it should entertain you a bit. So next video, you'll see me cutting that up and drilling it, and I can show you that, can't I? Well, no, next video will be taking the head off and doing the valves, I think. It depends what I feel like, because it's coming blooming cold again for a day or two. Right, there you go. I call that a success. See you later.